Hey there everyone, I wanted to make this quick video and hope you all are doing okay out there. I want to talk about the red, blue, the left-right paradigm that we are being paralyzed with. You know, if I make a statement to you saying something like, during the 8 years under the Bush administration, we've had warrantless, searches, we've had warrantless, wiretapping. We've had, basically our freedoms being taken away from us. Bush is bad, blah, blah, blah. You would assume I'm a Democrat, wouldn't you? You assume I'm a Democrat, probably vote for Obama. But then conversely, if I make a statement saying, Obamacare is awful, it's just government takeover our healthcare system, the Obama administration has been spending money like there's no tomorrow, you're just going to assume I'm a Republican. I'm just a right-wing loon. And you have to ask yourself, what's wrong with this? Well, this is, the old divide and conquer technique. Well, that's exactly what's going on, guys. I mean, our government, it doesn't matter Democrat or Republican, essentially for the last 30 years, Reagan is the first one who said, government is the problem. I agree with that. That's a wonderful statement. It certainly is. But since Reagan, and it's including Clinton too. Yeah, we had some. We had a surge in tax receipts, of course, because of the dot-com, debt-fueled extravaganza that we had. But ever since Reagan, and even prior to Reagan, really, we've had the government spending money like there's just no tomorrow. We've had inflation. We've had the government spending trillions and trillions of dollars on our behalf and sticking you with the bill. And it doesn't matter if it was Democrat or Republican. I mean, it has been consistent. All right? Another thing you have to consider, too, multi-billion-dollar corporations, multi-global corporations. Do you think they just, give money to the Republicans? Do you think they give money only to Democrats? No, they give it to both sides. Well, why is that? It's because they own it, man. It's like the financial institutions. Our president, Barack Obama, was on Wall Street today, as a matter of fact. Today's the 14th. Of September 2009. He was talking about how there should be sweeping reform. The financial industry needs to have tougher regulations and things like that. Well, I agree. It depends on how it's going to be done. But here's the thing: who's going to write those regulations? Well, the banking industry, of course. The Wall Street's going to write those regulations. So let me ask you. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, just think about this. And I don't want to sound like a tinfoil hat conspiracy nut. But let's say you're in a business, okay? You run it to the ground. You screw it up. You knew that it's at some point it was just the house of cards was gonna tumble. The government says, you know what? You're too big to fail. Here's $10 billion to tide you over. Here I am now, $10 billion. Now the government says too, hey, you guys are terrible. You guys who did all this sort of thing. We need financial reform. Well, who's going to write that? Well, it's people who screwed this up in the first place. I mean, look at Larry Summers. Look at the people in the administration. I'm not anti-Obama and I'm not pro-Republican. But look who's in the administration. You got Larry Summers. You have all kinds of Goldman Sachs people. I mean, they're going to write the regulations? They're going to police themselves? Are you kidding me? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I guess what I'm saying is, please step out of the red-blue paradigm. Step out of this Democrat-Republican thing. Stop voting across party lines. It doesn't matter anymore. The Republicans, and I used to agree with a lot of what they said before, less government is better, lower taxes, absolutely. Originally when this constitutional republic was founded, the federal government was basically a club. The states had all the power. The federal government was there to protect the country at large, against domestic and international threats. Okay, I agree with that, and it should regulate some interstate commerce. Be kind of the intermediary, be kind of the the person between the states. To settle differences. Okay, I agree with that. That's it. Now think about the way the government is today, our national government. I mean, they're in everything. They're in every facet of your life today. The state and federal, but especially the federal. I mean, they're even starting to, disregard what states want to do. I mean, look at the NCLB. They have completely federalized their school educational system. States have really very little say in what they want done or not. So again, if you really want change, ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to see some freedom and see and go back to the constitutional republic that we should be, stop voting for Democrats, Republicans. Okay, just stop. Vote independent, libertarian, whatever. Okay, but stop. You've got to get away from this huge machine. Democrats, Republicans is just two arms. It's the same monster. It's the same monster, guys. So I implore you, in 2010, when the national elections come, as a matter of fact, get involved in your local elections. Go to City Hall. I have. Talk about the stuff that's going on. Don't make this a Democrat-Republican issue. Get away from that. I mean, that divides us. That just keeps us fighting amongst ourselves. Step out of the red-blue paradigm right now, while we can. The hour's late, guys. I mean, midnight is coming real fast. It's like 11:58. You've got to step out the red-blue paradigm. I have some hope. There are some people who are really talking about that. I hear it now, finally. Thank God that they're talking about this. I've got a family here, and I know a lot of you out there do too. Step out of this, stop giving power to the Democrats and Republicans. They're the same monsters, just different flavors, okay? And you're going to see a lot of these problems go away. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for the rant. I had to get this out. Support H.R. 1207. I know that a lot of people are saying that's probably going to be a scripted audit of the Federal Reserve. And that's okay. The more awareness we can bring to that, the better it is. And I also want to ask yourself, too, about our media. We had the Tea Parties on September the 12th. And I'm sure, since you're on YouTube right now, you're seeing, all the pictures of the protests on this, of course, central focus was on Washington, D.C. There are a lot across the country. But you mean to tell me that our national media is saying, hey, there's a few thousand people and they're all right-wing. Of course, you're right-wing. Sure they are, yeah. That only a few thousand showed up talking about the tax protests and things like that. Well, people are getting fed up, I'm a small business owner. Every quarter, I send in thousands of dollars to the IRS. I mean, it's just insane. If you think about how much money I send to the IRS, I could hire probably 2 or 3 more people. And put more people to work. That's what we need. We need more people working, more people buying our things in the United States. And not crap, excuse my language, from China. We got to bring it back to the United States, guys. We're doomed. We're absolutely doomed. We make nothing. China is starting to become a lot less reliant on us as a customer. And they're starting to decouple. And, what are we going to do? I mean, we don't make anything. If they shut the doors, and I realize that's, probably not going to happen, but just think about that for a moment. What if they shut the doors? We just tick them off. They say, United States, we're done. What are we going to do? we're screwed, essentially. So I implore you, I beg of you guys, stop voting for Democrat, Republican. Step out of the red-blue paradigm and pay attention to what's going on. Just see where the money is going to. See why the money is going in certain directions. Anyway, let's keep this conversation going. Please make some comments on my boards. Let's keep this conversation going. We've got to tell as many people, step out of this crazy paradigm. It's completely false. It's divide and conquer. It's dividing us as Americans. We have got to band together. The hour's late. And I still have some hope. I think you guys can do it. So let's not let down our kids, and let's see if we can turn this thing around. God bless you all, and as corny as it sounds, God bless the United States. Whatever your belief system is, we certainly need some help. I think all of us can agree. Have a great day, everyone.